Well, good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday morning.
It is. Good morning, Jays. Let's see. The Jays are going to be Joe, Jessica, and Jason. Hope you're listening. And good morning to you three.
Do you get paid for the shout outs?
No.
Well, we have to get that going. Yeah. And I want people to remember that you are on your probationary period this weekend still again on the radio show.
So if I screw up any greater than I did last time, I'm gone.
Yeah. So I just thought I'd throw that in when we get to the radio.
I keep mispronouncing all the cuss words.
Well, that's okay. What's happening today? Let's see. Let's talk quickly about the market.
Market's good. Market's good.
Yeah, all market, but I'm talking like the interest rates, right? We're having a rally today. Interest rates, stock market's rallying because the CPI, which is the core price index for inflation. Sorry, it's one of those mornings. Came in lower than expected. They were expecting 8.7, and it came in at 8.5.
Those points,
but it's better than what was in June of 9.1.
Right.
So it's showing that we're going the other way. And when you strip out all the high food prices, energy prices, and all those things, the core inflation was actually 5.9, which was about 0.3 more than they thought, but it's still a great number.
I'm so glad we took math in.
Yeah. So what does that mean? We're grasping at anything to have a great time in the market changes how bad it is, you know. When, with the stuff that's happened this week so far, we were joking beforehand, but with the Trump, Mar-a-Lago, and they found Hillary's emails there, and they're like, oh, look, here they are. And he's like, oh, I was just holding them for you when we needed them.
Just in case you needed them.
Yeah. I did see somewhere that Epstein's lawyer was the judge that signed that warrant.
No nepotism in this room.
No. Okay, that's the politics that we have for today. But I just thought it was like, I said that to my wife about the Hillary's emails there, and she's like, they did? I'm like, no, I'm just messing around.
Babe.
But it would be funny.
Yeah.
No, but what's not funny is the, what they just did to an ex-president. I don't care who they are. They're Clinton stole
Banana Republic. Right?
Furniture and other stuff, and they didn't do it to them. Other presidents have had other stuff. They just usually work it out, but they want to stop
his bid.
Whatever. It's just one of those bad things. But other than that, I think it's a really good market out there.
Oh, I know it is. Yeah, it's a fantastic time. I read the other day a couple of posts from some real estate agents, and God, what are they saying? You should start below market, what you think market is, by listing your property and let the market move it upwards. Because if you start at market, you're probably going to sit there for a while and have to reduce your price.
So the eBay effect is what we used to call it.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. But it's true, especially if you're really trying to push the envelope. Don't push it.
The envelope.
Push the envelope on getting more for your house than it's probably worth today. It's not worth less than it was. You just can't start above where it was.
Right. Well, you also never wanted everybody who did really well always priced it at or below what it was worth, and then everybody bid it up, and you should still stay there.
And if you don't have the cash to improve it, price it for the condition it's in, and the market will still move it upward.
Right, and people will be okay. They priced it right, and we're gonna write an offer.
Yeah, they must really want to sell.
Yeah, instead of I don't want to insult the seller by writing an offer that's below market what they have it listed for.
Yeah,
that's how they sound when they say that.
Do they sound just like that?
I saw an article.
Kind of sad.
Yeah. I saw an article. It was talking about the top 10 markets to buy in right now because they've seen the most reduction in price. Like they've lowered their prices multiple times.
Arkansas.
Yeah. I don't have the list here.
Okay.
I'm just saying I saw that article.
Yeah.
But what was funny is they were talking about price reductions, right? And they're like, this one's at 32% of all listings had price reductions. That doesn't mean that the market is dropping.
No,
that just means you priced it wrong from the beginning, like we just told you to
from the get-go.
Yeah, price it right.
Yeah.
One of the markets was Sacramento in that top, and I'm like, okay,
really?
Yeah. Well, that's just people were, in the last month or so, were still thinking they should, hey, I'm going to send it for this, and we talked about it this week and other stuff that be realistic as a seller. You need to price it correctly, no matter what market you're in.
I got to also kind of blame the realtor on that one. Don't take the listing, or take it with with preset price reductions.
Okay, yeah. I mean, a lot of them are like, but I want the listing because it's the only listing out there.
And it's going to be overpriced, so do preset price reductions every week. In this market, you don't want to fart around for a month. Just every week, boom, 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 and then it sells.
Correct. And I mean, the problem is when you do that kind of price reductions, people think you're desperate sometimes, right? And they think, oh my gosh, they need to sell this property. So now we're going to even write the offer lower. So just do it. Listen to your agents.
Well, the exact opposite happened on a property that we knew we were listing it a little bit high, but it was also one of those anomalies where it was super, super, super nice, but small. And we just kept reducing the price, and then we hit a certain price, and then we sold it over that last reduction. So that told us what market was, and I couldn't believe it, but the appraisal actually came in. So.
All right, so I found the article. So it says boons for buyers. Here are the 10 cities where sellers are slashing home prices the most. All right, so let's go to the first one. Slashing the prices the most.
I love those.
Reno, Nevada. Median list price, $677,500. Percentage of listings with price reductions, 32.6. See, that's what Austin, Texas, right?
Yeah.
Well, Austin, Texas, the problem about Austin, Texas is it was an artist community originally, and then it grew and grew, and everybody loves it and wants to do it. But their median list price is 620,000.
Yep.
And they've had price reductions of 32.4 of listings. So again, this is what so it's that whole thing. There's lies, damn lies, and statistics, right?
Stats.
Yeah. And then Anchorage, Alaska is the next one. Boise, Idaho, Ogden, Utah, Sacramento was number 7.
Really?
It had 25.2. And its median home price is $642,500, almost right at the conventional loan limit.
Right.
And Colorado Springs, Colorado, 550 had 25% with reductions. Evansville, Indiana, Medford, Oregon was number 10 with only 23% of the things. I'm just saying,
Arkansas wasn't even in there.
No, it wasn't even in there.
Darn.
Give it time.
Well, that's the article I read the other day where they were doing all the price reductions.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, and again, if you price it potentially correctly, you might not have any price reduction.
See, to me, the market's still as hot as a $6 pistol. So you just got to play in it correctly. $6 pistol is probably stolen.
We're gonna. Yeah. I was like, a $6 pistol.
Where do you buy those?
What is that? 22?
Yeah, no, it's 45, but you bought on the corner. Doesn't have a serial number.
Yeah, when I was in Anchorage, Alaska, we went to the base PX, and they had all the different guns. And I mean, they had Dirty Harry.
Yeah,
it was bigger than that.
Whoa!
It was like almost a 50 cal in a revolver. I mean, the barrel was like that long, this thick. It was ridiculous.
Did you feel lucky?
Yeah, punk. Do you? Do you? I gots to know.
Boom.
Wow. Yeah, you got to watch those movies.
Yeah, you do.
Worthless knowledge that we have of movie stuff. Yeah.
So what's this? All this stuff that's going on. That's meaning that interest rates will probably be a little bit better for a while.
Right. Until something else comes out
and
comes the other way. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is right now very volatile. So if you get into contract, if you're happy with the payment, lock it. Don't worry about it. You can always fix it later.
Yep.
We can refinance you anytime going forward.
Yes, we can. Yeah. Sometimes they say don't refinance for 6 months or 13 months. Does that have to do with the lender and the type of lender they are?
No. So a lot of them say don't refinance till after the 6th payment. VA and FHA, it's their guidelines internally.
Okay.
Conventional, that is, if that's refinanced early, there's an EPO, early payoff, and somebody has to pay back that investor who bought that loan.
Gotcha.
As that what they paid to get that loan originated.
Makes total sense.
So please do everybody a favor and wait after 6 payments if possible.
Yeah.
But the FHA and VA, it's built in. They can't even. It's 210
can't even do
days. Yeah, 210 days, and they made 6 payments.
And you can do a streamline right after that.
Yeah, but the one that's the hardest to do is the FHA streamline. It's got to make sense. You can't add back to anything to the balance. You got to pay out of pocket. The VA one is that's why they're hounded all the time. It's so easy to do.
That's cool. Cool to know.
Yeah.
The VA, I've always thought VA is just a fantastic loan for
it's even
the
better
buyer
now.
Yeah.
Especially now when they can pay for pest report and pest repairs.
Yeah. So it's competitive with other offers.
Yeah. It's even more competitive because if they have money, they just don't have to use it, so they can actually pay difference for different things and their own closing costs, and other stuff like that. So, and just be careful out there. This is one thing. This happened yesterday. I was talking to a vet on Helping the Brave. Afterwards, we were interviewing him, and they're going through a divorce, and he was selling his house because he thought he had to do that to pay his wife off, right? And they were working out all the numbers. He only owed her like $100,000.
We could have just refinance, right?
The problem is then you have people who don't really know VA loans, and they were like, well, we can't use that non-taxable income with your VA. I'm like, the heck are you talking about? That's all I do. Most of the vets I know are on a retirement or the VA benefits from being disabled.
Did he want to keep the house?
Yeah, he worked his whole career for that house.
Right.
He's owned that house. Yeah, of course he wants to keep it.
Well, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you just like, okay, clean breaks, boom, gonna create new memories.
Right. I think, and again, you need to talk to people before you make that decision.
Right.
And you could just see the change in his face afterwards. And we had somebody call him because he's up in Washington. So, and they were like, well, you can't do that. I'm like, that's it. I'll find you somebody. So guess what? I'm getting licensed in Washington State now because I deal with a lot of vets up there and they need to be represented properly.
I've got a realtor friend who's licensed in Idaho and Washington to sell homes. So, because it's so close.
Right. Well, I mean, Oregon's a little bit more difficult, but Washington is pretty easy to get your license in. So for lending.
Cool.
Yep. Anyway, so that's about it for me today.
Yeah. Buy high, sell low. That's the worst advice I could ever give you. Don't wear your socks in the rain.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not what you sell it for; it's what you bought it for.
Right. Exactly. Well, I like that. Actually, that actually makes sense.
Yeah. So.
I tried to be nonsensical most of my life.
Well, we'll work on that for you.
Yeah.
We gotta get some knowledge across there.
Oh, I got a little bit.
Yeah.
Here and there.
I surprise some good stuff in there.
I surprise people sometimes. They're like, what? You said something smart.
Let's see what happened to me. So I finally got my air conditioning fixed.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So that was.
What was the actual problem?
The problem was, and this is what we talked about home warranties before. Be careful with a home warranty. What I'm going to tell you is, if you have an air conditioner unit that goes out, get the money from them.
Yep.
And hire somebody local to take care of it.
Right.
On this one, we let them pick the person to replace the unit.
Oopsie doopsie.
And guess what? It was about 3/4 of an inch unlevel.
Oh, so that's why the condensate line was not working properly.
And so after it built up a few years, and then now it built up the stuff in there to keep it from flowing directly out. It was coming out and dropping inside the house and coming through the roof, which happens a lot when that condensation line gets plugged.
Absolutely.
But
and it'll get plugged if it doesn't have good flow.
Right. And so he's like, so first, and the second thing was, the guy didn't include he only had a 14-inch duct for intake, and it should have been a 18-inch duct or something like that.
So he went with what he got.
He went with what was there instead of replacing it, what he should have done. He replaced all the other stuff out, but the one in he didn't replace, and should have been 4 inches larger. That was the first thing that was the problem. The second thing was it was unlevel. And so they leveled it and leaned it a little bit more towards the drain things like it should be. And so now it's working just perfectly. Yeah. But that's okay.
The way it was supposed to be installed.
Right. So be careful. All I'm saying, if you have a home warranty, get, on certain big jobs, get the money from them, pay the difference. Because I did that on the property up in Cold Springs, and I was really happy because I got a local company. And then I'm like, okay, put in the heating unit and then plumb it so we can put the air conditioner in next year.
Yeah. Smart.
Yeah. Because my wife made fun of me when I did that, but she sure loves that air conditioning in those months where it gets 82 outside.
82. Oh.
Well, inside you're like, oh, it's a little warm in here at 80,
Yep.
70, and as we get older, or women get older, they go through these changes, and they much cooler than we do.
Yeah, that's true. That's very, very true.
I'm not saying she did. I'm just saying in general, it's there for if that ever
So
happens.
It could happen.
Yeah.
What you're saying is there's a you got a chance.
That's correct.
What was that from? That was Dumb and Dumber. So you're saying there's a chance. Yeah, you'll have to see it.
I couldn't get through that one. Yeah. But it's like,
it's hard.
Hey, what does it say? Dude, sweet. What does it say?
Oh,
dude.
That's dude, where's my car?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what does mine say? Sweet.
All right, everybody. Make it a great day.
Have a great day.
And if you need anything, reach out to us. If you like what we do, please follow. We also, this goes on our YouTube channel for Real Estate Jerky. So go there, subscribe. This is everywhere. So if you like what we do, again, just follow us and let us know.
Yeah.
Make it a great day.
Do all the things. Have a great day.
Thanks, Mike.